Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Lucy?
Hello.
Philip? We've been asked by quite a few people with reference to the video that we did do in New Zealand for our honeymoon to kind of do a little bit of a breakdown on the trip, because it hasn't really got any tips or tricks. It's just literally all our footage chucked together. So it makes sense to us, but it doesn't make sense to other people. So first of all, what I'm going to do is just give you a couple of helpful tips, I suppose, in terms of before you do your travel to New Zealand. One of those is invest in a decent sized map, one that you can kind of scroll on and make a few notes in terms of knowing where you want to go, and it's really good for kind of just putting the trip together loosely on there. Another one is this really old book, which is particularly good for South Island hints and tricks, isn't it, Lou?
Yeah.
What's it called? NZ Frenzy by Scott Cook. So yeah, NZ Frenzy by Scott Cook. I actually got this from eBay, but yeah, really great thing. But first of all, what I'm going to do is I am hoping you will be able to see where I put my mouse on the screen here, because I'm just going to take you through roughly the journey that we went on. So hopefully you can now see where my mouse is on here. So obviously we flew into Auckland here, and then we headed north. You'll see on the video in a moment. We headed north to Goat Island, and then we came back down to Auckland, spent a couple of days, and went out on the boat with my cousins. And then we headed down to Pukekohe, which is down in this kind of neck of the woods, just above Hamilton, which is an area where I spent a bit of time as an 18-year-old. We then headed across and up to the Coromandel for New Year, and then down to the Coromandel we stopped en route at oh crikey,
the the Hot Beach,
yeah, Hot Pool Beach, and then down to another good thing, take a map, or not a map, take a diary with you. I'll kind of go through this whilst we're watching it. So this is supposed to be a quick route through, but then down to Rotorua, and then into Taupo. Then we did a really lovely walk there, which was Tongarea Crossing, which is down in this neck of the woods, down here. We then went back up and then across to Napier. Really good wine region here. That reminds me, there's another thing. If you want some wine notes from Anthony from the wine centre that has been in Great Hawkesbury, I've got some fantastic wine notes about some brilliant vineyards that he visited when he went out there early 2000s. And then from Napier, we jumped basically all the way down to Wellington. A couple of nights down in Wellington, my other cousin there, and then across to Picton, and then up and over towards the Abel Tasman and Nelson here. That was brilliant here, the Marlborough area, in that region there between Picton and Nelson. That was probably our favourite day, which you'll see why in a bit. And then up into the Abel Tasman, a couple of days down up there, and then across and then down that west coast all the way down, following this route down there all the way to Harst, and then coming in, say, Lake Wanaka, up into there, and then we took we were in Lake Wanaka, then down to Queenstown, which is in here, and then we took a lovely flight from Queenstown across to Milford Sounds there by the Lake Wakatipu. That is the lake that is Queenstown, and then we kind of drove out towards Dunedin, and then looped around from Dunedin back round, and then up to Lake Hawaka, something like that, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Fantastic one. And then we did the what's the one day hike there? Did a lovely one-day hike there, which you will see in a bit, and then back down or up to Christchurch up here. Stayed in Ashburton, went to Akaroa, and then into Christchurch. Flew from Christchurch back up to Auckland, and yeah, let's get on with the video because we'll be able to talk you through a little bit more as we kind of go through the process. And yeah, we're already 5 minutes in and the video's a good little while, so hopefully the video quality is good. If it isn't, then yeah, that's life really. But you can watch it on a separate YouTube video and the quality of the video is better. But yeah, have a watch, and yeah, we'll talk you through it. It kind of goes from our flight all the way in. So yeah, let's get started. So that's at the airport. There, last Adnams Pint, I think it was. We took the route from Gatwick to Dubai, 7 hours, and then Dubai all the way to vlog update. We've arrived. Space there, lovely. We've managed to get ourselves sorted a little bit, haven't we, Lou? Mm-hmm. But yeah, bed's going to be up here, which we pull out. Comes across here. So we'll see how that goes. We've got a nice little seating area here. Driving is in there. I don't know if you can see, we've just got a nice view around there. It's a little bit hazy, but time at the moment is 7 in the morning. 9 to 7 in the morning, 7 at night, which is 6 in the morning in the UK. But to be fair, I think we kind of feel like it's probably about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, so done reasonably well acclimatising to it. See if we'll be able to sleep later, that'll be the main thing. But gonna go into the village, have a few, well, a drink and something to eat in a minute. All right. So that's Lucy. Kind of, we went for a little wander, and that was up near the Goat Island. Spent a couple of nights there. Up. We went for this lovely walk. Quite steep, actually. Just to take vegetation up here. Some beautiful types of trees and a few different bird calls as well. Oh. That was a steep old climb, wasn't it, Lou?
Yeah, and a muddy one.
Here we are at the top of Tamahunga. You can see there's a little bit of rain coming down. There was sheltering over there. Yeah, unfortunately, we've climbed up into the clouds. We've been waiting about 10 minutes just to see if a weather front would come in, have a little sandwich, but there's a beautiful view there, down into the sea, with Auckland in the background, but unfortunately,
not today.
Today it's not meant to be, but we had a lovely couple of views as we came up through a track. No, we might wait a couple of seconds, but nice walk though, nice walk. Quite a tough walk actually, but all good fun. There's not a massive amount of footpaths in New Zealand, are there? They're kind of, it's not like the UK in terms of you can walk anywhere and everywhere and make up a walk. They are quite structured walks, although that doesn't specifically look like it. That looks really English there. But that's Tamahunga, that. And then these oysters were absolutely fantastic, weren't they, though? Mm-hmm. There. Just a quick note, we did get our camper through Juicy Campers. And it did have a shower and lovely to see it there. This is Heron's Reach Vineyard, Heron's Reach, Heron's Flight Vineyard, and then that was Sawmill Brewery briefly. Not the best beer that we had, Sawmill.
No, it wasn't great.
Really great brewery, but not the best.
The food wasn't amazing.
Yeah, no. This is now the cousins, Liz and Lee, and they're both over to Rangitoto Island. Really lovely day. We were going to go up and walk right up to the top of Rangitoto Island, but we decided to just have a bit more of a chilled one and a walk, and then a really nice meal at the harbour there, watching the sunset go down, which was lovely, really nice. This is me at Pukekohe. That was a nightclub when I was 18. So we had to stop and have a drink there, and that is Stuart Road, the bungalow that I.
Here we are, just driving up towards the Coromandel. Very straight piece of road this. We're kind of in a bit of a farmland area, a lot of cows. Very interesting.
So this is New Year's Eve, in which we went to go and see.
It's a very wet evening,
Yeah.
but it's good fun.
And this is Black Seeds. New Year's Eve. In fact, we actually got invited backstage at the end of the gig and got to meet them all, which was a fantastic experience. That was brilliant. This is now making our way down the Coromandel. This is Hotwater Beach. Thrown the bed, but the tide was up at the time, so we didn't get to really enjoy it. But we could sink our feet in, and cool, it was hot.
Steaks on.
This is at Opal Hot Springs in Matamata. That was. And then the day after, now we are on the way down to Rotorua. Really fantastic boardwalk here. When we arrived, we actually went for a run, didn't we?
Yep.
Which was a great way, actually, of seeing the whole of Rotorua. We went along this boardwalk out to the peninsula and then back around and through the town.
Just
it's
out
one of the sulphur cities.
Rotorua, beautiful
Here we are
setting.
on the top.
We think this is probably bowls here. Not sure what this is. Could have been a croquet kind of area, but really interesting little square.
See the sulphur in there. And these hot springs, they're like 80 degrees, 70, 80 degrees. So they look so inviting, but they are not. This is the Polynesian Spa.
Here we have Lucy enjoying the Polynesian Spa.
And that was really lovely, actually. Hot. I got burnt the day before.
Hot
and
thermal goodness.
My back was on fire.
Thermally goodness.
I don't think it does it justice how red I am, but
rouge.
I was red, wasn't I? Though?
Just topping up that rougeness. Nice view over to Lake Rotorua there. Interesting place.
Well worth the trip, wasn't it? I don't think this place doesn't do it justice, but there's lots of different pools, all different heats, and they're heated by thermal activity.
And it stings a lot.
Yeah, and there's one acidic one, and then there was a plunge pool as well, but it was.
The acidic one is meant to be very good joint.
Get it on now. Plunge pool around the corner, which is the best bit.
It was lovely just sitting there. We went for the upgraded version, didn't we? There was another one that was a little less interesting. That's the first place that we had Good George Brewery in Rotorua. Horse riding now in Rotorua. This was great actually. Wasn't too expensive, was it?
No, I can't remember how much.
It wasn't a silly amount of money, but horses were better than anything you kind of get in your Scotland or something like that. Look at that. Brilliant.
That's good.
Didn't get to do any kind of crossing or anything. It was kind of just a walk, but it was lovely being up in the mountains. Oh, this was brilliant. This is called Hot and Cold on Google Maps. So here we are now, hot and cold. In the cold. Let's see if I get it nice and low. This video is the reason why I've lost weight.
In the light there. There's a really hot thermal stream coming in. On this side, which Lou's enjoying over here.
I need to do some work.
And then across here, where you see the faster water coming along, that's a cold stream coming in. So you can have a bath here. We reckon it's about 41. So a bit hotter than a hot tub. And then you can walk across here and then have a nice cool off on that fresh stream. Well, they're both fresh streams coming in.
Yeah, it's literally, you're driving between Rotorua and Taupo, and there's a little junction on the left. Just go down there, park up on the road, and then just wander down to it. But it's well worth it. Hot and cold.
Here we are at Hugger Falls.
The falls are actually
out falls.
Big falls.
There's a boat down there.
Nice picture on Hucker Falls there.
This is in Taupo.
Yeah, hole in one chap. I hit the green.
Not
I think.
every time you hit it.
Yeah. Look at that.
If you got a hole in one, you won like 10,000.
Something like that. Yeah. McDonald's in a plane.
And my mate nearly went through the windows.
Now we are
How long ago?
driving down Lake Taupo.
On the way to Tangarangi for the big hike tomorrow. Crikey. I think there's a campsite here or something like that. By the looks of things.
Stay there. Go past that one.
You've just missed a really nice sexy part. Hopefully showed that on the way back.
So that's just us. I can't remember what you cooked that night, but it was nice. We were just sat and chilled. We were up early the next day for the Tongariro Alpine Crossing, which is one of the only day hikes.
Tangarangi, isn't it?
Which you can walk on an active volcano, basically. Not an active, a dormant volcano.
Tarangi. We're in Tarangi, so we're going to chill out. The sun is just out. You can see we're surrounded by clouds, we're going to lose the sun in a minute. We've got a nice walk. Your eyes. A nice walk tomorrow, big walk tomorrow.
We just gathered.
I've been trying to sort out my GoPro and good stuff.
But we learned, didn't we, Lou,
My
that
laptop keeps
it was
crashing.
very good for the camper van to clean it, make sure it was tidy. But
There
you
we go.
could soon get it tidy. We were constantly sweeping the floor, weren't we? So
Morning, everyone.
here it looks like
It
it's
is just
been
on 7 o'clock.
escorted off, or we're
Away to
away.
the Alpine Pass and the top
They
route
get up.
there. Finish in the cloud.
Yeah.
Hopefully the cloud does lift.
So up in the dark, have to get this bus one day, get a
volcano basically.
part somewhere, essentially this bus to start the route over the
But it
mountains.
feels like we're refugees being taken somewhere.
But a great condition walk, I must admit, wasn't it, Lou? The boardwalks and everything.
We are just on the walk
really
up.
great.
Yeah,
So
it's
how much you
clear
can
where
see
you
because
were.
it's very bright in
Think
front.
You do well to get lost, wouldn't
Yeah.
you?
Right down over here. Walked around, there's a track there, and we're coming back up. And then we've got Lord of the Rings fans. Got Mount Doom up there, with Red Crater. And we're coming across here. And there's a couple of beautiful alpine lakes up here. So, really nicely well walked track. Well signpost laid out. And you've got Lou over here. How you getting on, Lou? Yeah. A lovely view down. Just clouded up again. Pass through, I'm sure. Some sort of plane there. But I'll show you once we get round that corner. I reckon we're going to get a right lovely view down from there.
All sorts of people doing it, weren't there, Lou?
Yeah, it's
Looks like
quite
we're in
busy.
like a crater of
Not
sorts.
so much
Clouds kind of whipping in, almost like
No.
feels a bit like steam almost, doesn't it? So it's definitely not. It's just yeah. It's the main volcano. But yeah, it feels like we're in a quarry site, something like that, doesn't it? In a way.
Mount Doom is behind us for the Lord of the Rings fans there. So
Probably doesn't look that
the
attractive.
the last
Camera.
part of Lord of the Rings
It's,
was filmed there, which the ring
Fairly cool
gets
experience in real life.
destroyed.
Oh, here's a. Is that a oh, there's a steaming pond, Lou. Steaming pond. Well, I'll show you that in a
It
second.
wasn't. It was just
Going up to the steaming
Like
cloud.
There it is. Not a lot living up here, I don't reckon, Lee. What do you reckon? Yeah.
It probably looks a little bit
Shops.
colder than it was.
Much Tesco.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
windows is too bad.
Here.
There's the track.
Yeah.
Is that a steamy bit or was it just cloud?
I think it's
There
steaming.
is some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. That's the red phrase. That is.
It's very expensive.
Something to walk the other direction. That was sorted out. The coach was leaving off every sell out. So we get up and do it. People walk it from the other route up. But I strongly wouldn't recommend that. Whereas if you do it from But south north, that route is the better route. To park up at the Northern car park, get transferred down. They actually drive along the other way. It's mega walk, wouldn't it? But,
And bearing in mind this is midsummer, then I have to wear a hat. I'm sure we've got so
there we are. As you can see, it is quite busy at that point, but there's these lovely alpine lakes up there.
We've got the
Really
view
lovely.
down to the blue lakes here. Beautiful.
And you'll see it in a bit. It's quite funny. The people that aren't
Don't know if
very
the colours are doing justice in here. We've got loose ski now.
yeah,
Right down for a minute.
yeah, they were. It's a nice route down. It's kind of fine down, nice soft.
we're almost kind of escaping now.
Yeah. They don't want to actually ski it down.
You actually go for the puffy bits, don't you?
Always good. Yeah, as a walk, you'll see us going up Royce there. Royce more views that more walk to enjoyment of the walk.
I would hate to be climbing up this. It'd be absolutely zapping, wouldn't it?
Meditation, enough walking, forest area.
How hot do you reckon they are, Lily? Not hot. Just come from beautiful.
That's getting down now to the vegetation. That 3 days. Right now there, where the river, where the lake in the background was, is where the car was, or the part, and that's the end of it.
About 8 hours.
It's gone warm.
Just had a little stop here, haven't we, Lou? Just on the way to Napier. This is Lake Taupo. Just had a little swim, a bit of a clean down of the car after our adventure this morning. Lou's going to show you a really nice bit around the corner. So yeah, we'll show you that.
Yeah, this was then driving back up Lake Taupo, up Taupo itself, and this was quite a drive actually at the end of that walk. It's a long day. You then go straight from there all the way across to Napier, and then we are going to spend 2 nights at Napier. Yeah, this was basically just to get there. Was to a full day for next day, so we didn't want to kind of lose out. McDonald's, we had to stop for a McDonald's at Taupo, and then this is arriving at Nelson.
No, Napier.
Napier. Yeah, sorry. And now we're at Black Barn. This is Black Barn Vineyard. Our favourite probably
Just had
wine
a,
from it was the Chardonnay.
Yeah.
Nice wine at Black Barn. Got Lou coming down the hill. Beautiful setting.
And this was a company picked you up, dropped you off at this place, and then you
Wine in
cycled
pouches.
between them. So they gave you a little map like this. I don't know whether you can see it. This is the actual map they gave us. And then we stopped off at various vineyards along the way. It's called Takaro Trails. And basically
Just
had
travelling
wine
between
flights
vineyards now.
each one.
Hey Lou. Lucy's she's had a wine, she's trying to work out this contraption. Very good.
5K.
Do you want to hold my phone?
And then you get off. Once you get through.
I'll keep it rolling to show you how you're supposed to do it. Hold on. Ready?
Yeah.
Just turning up at our next vineyard. Elephant
Most
Hill.
impressive vineyard this. Was
It's
the
probably
worst service.
the worst one.
Sea is
The
behind me.
service- It's very impressive. But
Very impressive.
The rosé that we had was very
Doing
good
this.
it was.
when we got it.
The service was.
Yeah. So the places we went were Black Barn, Asker, which is a bit more homely place, but I
Yeah, a
enjoyed
bit more
that.
rustic.
Elephant Hill. This one really impressive place in Tijuana, where we finished off. See in a bit. Lovely looking rosé. Well, it was a really nice rosé. To be fair, we sat there and had a glass. You had to book a wine flight there and stuff like that, and then we finished off by having this Pinot Gris
And a pizza.
and a pizza.
Tijuana.
New Zealand don't do pizzas like we do. They're kind of like a flat. They're just not great. And that was at Good George Brewery, which is my top here. And now we've come all the way down into Wellington. There's a really good free car park down at Wellington, which is perfect if you then are catching the ferry the next day. It's free, but you have to get there fairly early. We actually spent 2 nights there. That's Lou's favourite brewery from the whole thing, Heyday Brewery, really good. And then this is the Garage Project, which is, again, really good brewery. Wellington was very good for breweries.
Quite a lot of.
Here we are in Wellington.
Yeah,
Plane coming in.
yeah. A lot of sours.
Free camp.
And then this is the
Got Lou
next
just
run to burn off some of that.
running
Yeah.
around.
Oh yeah, we had a really good Vietnamese as well in Wellington. Just reading that was really nice. This was so good. Went for I can't remember what it was. Probably a 3-mile run, and then we just jumped in the sea afterwards just to cool off. This is cousin's house. Just took a couple of sneaky shots, didn't we? They've done a lot of work to this, and yeah, especially in the garden as you see here. But that was a
Gives you an
really
idea of
warm day.
New Zealand
It was
living.
beautiful. So we went to a brewery with them and then just sat there and saw the night in. We had to be up fairly early the next day. Lovely picture of Lou there. This is on the ferry to Picton.
Saw some dolphins on the ferry.
Don't ruin it.
Oh, sorry. That was about 3 hours.
Yeah, and it was really nice. And be
Come on,
quite
where
down.
are they?
Wasn't that bad. There it is. Whee!
Yay!
And then you go up this passage, and it's just gorgeous. Sit there, look out, and it's lovely. we actually spent the 3 hours sitting down with the map again and really working out where we were going to go and what we were going to do in the on the South Island.
Cloudy
Best
Bay,
vineyard,
looking out over the vineyards.
Cloudy Bay,
Waters creaming up,
Ultra.
and then looking back to
We almost
their
drove
setup.
past it.
Oh,
Well, we did.
absolutely.
You were like,
They've got it. They've got something right here, haven't they, Lou?
yeah. I saw Cloudy Bay and I was like, "Is that the Cloudy Bay?" And we were like, "We're only here once. We've got to turn around." And so glad we did.
I think the weather helped.
Yeah. There's the casks for the Chardonnays, oak Chardonnays. But I think if I knew it was so good, I think I would have booked to have done a bit of a tour and a lunch there and made a bit more of a thing. This is mussels at the Mussel Hut in Havelock. What are they? Green tip mussels.
Tip mussels are very nice.
Very nice. A little bit chewier than the mussels that we have here, but really good. And then this is stopping off at Pelorus Bridge for a swim in the river.
Definitely recommend.
And that is, I think this is in this book. And
Just had a beautiful hour and a half, I'd say.
Looks kind of greenish, but
river.
It's crystal clear.
Probably one of the nicest swims we had, actually, if not the nicest swim.
Pelorus Bridge.
Because
it's been lovely, hasn't it, Lou?
Not getting any flies at this point. You're north enough away from any of the pitches. What flies are they?
Yeah, sandflies.
Sandflies. You're not getting any sandflies there, so it is.
It's kind of two rivers merge. Just behind there, there's a swing bridge. Over there, and then you've just got this lovely river that cruises round.
There was a few people there, but it wasn't
not silly busy, was it?
silly busy, no.
And it was so warm. I remember being there and we're like, right, we're tanning now. Oh, this is
Nelson.
Best peanut butter ever. Picks peanut butter.
You can go for a tour.
And then, bang, we're now getting up to the area that we absolutely love. Southern side has now. Trying to put divots on the thingy. Mirakawa.
Can't remember what the name of the campsite
With
was.
the Cockle Bay. Picks around at packed lunch, cheese and ham. Ah, yes. Went for a walk. This is a beautiful beach again.
Here we are down Cockle Bay.
We actually saw a stinging ostrich gliding along. Beautiful.
Horrible.
And then we walked.
This was that we got up early to it. It was good.
And then we got this one.
Why did I stop? Oh, no. Looking at the North Island. That's why. And then we stayed at this campsite. And it was lovely.
It was lovely, but it was actually the most expensive campsite, and we didn't have an electric hookup, which is a bit weird. But the location was lovely.
But we sat there, had a beer, and had Heron's flight. And I almost wish I'd brought one back. This is camps.
What are you doing?
That noise is people don't realise what that is. So this was then a walk. 2.5 hour walk?
This is going up to the north side now. So we drove in the morning. That was right, Lou. Yeah, drove in the morning, to this deserted beach.
By far the best beach we went to on the entire trip.
Yeah, so
There's
this
no
was
need really to explain why.
and it was a scary my notes here, a scary 1 hour 35 drive from Wanu, breakfast here, then got on our way, an hour and 25-minute walk, and reached the beach. Wow, what a spot. Stayed until 4:30 and then walked back, set up camp, and then we went out for dinner, didn't we? At that nice
Fish and chips,
yeah, which was really nice. But that was Maraku campsite to Wanu, walk to Warangi Beach. This is Warangi Beach. And then we camped from here. We walked back to Patura, which is on the north side of the Abel Tasman. But just look at that.
You don't want to leave once you're there.
Yeah, that was a tough one, wasn't it, Lou, to walk out of there. I would recommend taking a change of clothes for walk back in the swimmers like I did. An hour and 25 and dampish swimmers isn't great because
we've got some shags down there. Some shags.
Back in the water.
Just had a nice drone flight. But what a spot. Sand's getting really hot now.
So pleased, sir.
Beautiful.
Try. Had to go for a quick last-minute dip. Did we see something swimming there? Was there another ray at one point there? I think there was. But this walk, wow, it's just incredible. Tide's come out now, but it's not. It was reasonably strenuous, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But it wasn't silly, not silly. And then we just had a meal there, and then went onto the beach here, and that is New Zealand. The chap just standing there in his with his red wine, just supping it away. There's Lou on the juicy, and I must admit that bit of the road there, I was kind of wishing I'd got my car from home, wasn't it? So now it looks like we're in Canada or something like that. So
Smile.
We did have a brief swim close to the beach where we stayed.
Very idyllic. This feels like we're in Canada or something like that. The reason we've got our feet in the water is because here with the sun coming in, it really feels like it's burning you up a bit.
It's almost the hottest I felt.
It's really quite fast moving. I've just been in over here, and no way am I going across to there. It's really doesn't look that quick, but once you get in there, it is. Nice little stop though.
So we stopped at Howard Lookout, and with the Peace Price coming inland now towards the Tura to Mercury. Go around, and then all of a sudden, hops. So lots of
area for vineyards. This is I don't know what valley we're in, but
Hop Valley.
Hop Valley.
What have we got there?
So this is in Murchison. So we just turned up at this campsite, didn't we?
Yeah, we were lucky actually that there was some space. But what a spot! This is the river going through here. Wow.
No Chardonnays?
Yep.
Yeah, we had our Black Barn Chardonnay, didn't we? Though. Mm.
It's very
Jumping
it's
off.
very. You could just hear the birds. The river was pretty quiet,
Gorgeous.
and the campsite was literally next to the river, so you could just walk down.
So there, guys, just listen to the birds for a minute. Wow. Next morning, we then woke up and thought we've got to get in the river. So we went for a lovely swim in the river before heading off. Had to get a pie, really good pie actually from that little spot there. And then this is travelling down Merchant down through Pancake Rocks, Festival, and then onto Ross. So this is Pancake Rocks, really interesting place, kind of created from sediment upon sediment. This is a quacker.
Take the packet.
Quacker.
Adventuring to Cesspool.
Quacker.
Going through the gate now.
This was
Yeah, this is adventuring. This is on here.
Yeah, so this is not
this track.
signpost is a footpath, but
This is private.
it's
So we
not
get on.
private, because there is you do reach a sign that says to the cesspools, but you kind of have
It is
to.
recording. We've made it to the chain bridge. We've flown over it and come back, so we won't show you that bit. But beautiful blue pools
This
down
is
there.
D3 in the book. If you
And
get it.
now we're going to go have a little dip.
And if you do that, guys, send us a message, because I'll send you a little bit more research of how to actually do it, because you kind of think you're not going the right way.
Yeah, the book is a bit outdated.
Yeah.
And some of it's.
Especially with the hot springs that we go to
yeah,
the
that's
next
the
day.
hot springs, isn't it?
But as you can see here, a lot of it's been washed away since we went. And then this is down at Ross now. Really nice campsite down there, and we're showing looks like we did a bottle of red
Oh, we're on holiday.
here with the pizza.
This is right on the beach.
Yeah, the sound's been taken of this because they were playing music, so it's got a copyright issue on YouTube.
Very nice.
I did. That was the best pizza we had. In
Yeah, that was nice. That was they were British people. He was from Birmingham actually.
Yeah.
Originally. Nice chap moved out on years ago. We sat here. Now we've got to the west coast. We're now getting the sunsets. We haven't got at all. But yeah, it's lovely.
Got a bottle of Tui, which is nice. Sold out though.
Sold out.
Yeah, sold out, didn't it? Sold out to a big national company. 2014. Not 2014. 14 years ago. Chap just fishing. You can see him coming to frame now.
Not that inviting.
No, you wouldn't want to go and see it.
Not-
It's quite.
Not that
Very nice.
inviting.
Down at Amethysty Pools. Got the looks a bit green
It's
and
well worth the
wishy-washy.
hype.
But over here you've got the main cauldron. It's probably about, I don't know, 75, 80 degrees, do you reckon, in there, Lee? You see the steam just coming off over here in this corner, and then it trickles down. A little channel has been built, and then this one here is being fed into the pool that Lou's in. What do you reckon? 38, 40?
It looks
it's
horrible
almost-
in this video, but it is lovely
Is it steam
down
or
there.
not?
It's like
Quite.
beautiful hot.
And then you've got
Water,
one that I've just
cold
rearranged, a
river
little bit more cold in here, because there was all this heat was going in, and it was too much heat. And we've got our first pool that we went in over there, which is the cooler of it. But what a spot! Little secret kind of spot.
That's
up here.
D3 on
I'll have a chat
in the
there,
book.
but
And basically it
walkway
says
around
follow it all
to
the way
get
to the
here.
bridge. There isn't a bridge anymore. The bridge has been destroyed
how you finding it,
when flood. So what you do
Really
before,
interesting.
where there would have been a bridge, you look to the right.
I'm going to go
People
back
have
in,
made
have another little soak.
piles of rocks,
And,
and you
we'll
follow
walk
that
back.
through the
Yeah,
trees.
made
We've
like
got Fran
mini-
Joseph later on.
Yeah.
Nice little walk up to the glacier, so a little bit different from here.
There's a lot of people when on our way back were asking, "Are we going the right way?" Because people just didn't know if they were going the right direction or not. And we went at quite a quiet time, and then suddenly quite a lot of people ended up going, didn't they?
We went early, didn't we?
Yeah.
Early in the day. This is the Franz
Joseph Glacier.
Yeah, Franz Joseph Glacier. To be fair, you don't need to go much closer than that.
No.
Well, for us anyway.
We weren't actually allowed.
So yeah, and then we stayed in Franz Joseph. We had a really nice meal actually, on blue ice. And yeah, that's not showing. Go to the TV experience. Go to
Oh wow!
it's the only place. Yeah. A dark room.
Adventuring. We're just going
This
to
is
walk
then
across the
Franz
river
Joseph
to get close
past,
to it.
Past Monica. Pump. Usually you can walk across that. And the only thing that we missed on here was the blue pools.
Blue pools, which would have been nice on a nice day.
Yeah.
But also,
What was it called again?
But
Howard.
as a drive goes,
Lake Howard.
Really, really great. Every hour, so many stop off to walk again. But where to stop off, literally diving. Again, tells you to stop in places that maybe you wouldn't stop normally, like the first one you saw there. This is down at Wanaka. Lovely place, Wanaka. The Wanaka Tree. And then we're going up Roy's Peak, which is a tough climb. I recommend getting up really early to get a space in the car park, because otherwise you'll be parking miles away from even the start of the walk. So I think we got up at...
I think we parked about 7 a.m.
7 a.m, yeah. So we got up early, and even then we were in the overflow car park.
Yeah.
But that... looking at it looks better than what it was in Midway. Yeah.
Lou just picking bits off us. Just had lunch just down here. Going down at some point. But I'll show you a bit of it once we get down the other side. Better view.
But just look at that.
But there was a masseuse in the car park when we got back down, so
yeah,
that kind of shows just how.
Mountain Lou, at the top there.
And if someone doesn't want to take on that walk,
lovely.
There is another walk which is great. Something like Sugar Lump
Just walk you down
Mountain or something like that.
You can see.
I'd have to look it up. It's further around towards the south side of Wanaka, and around the same side. It's an easier walk, but it still has got some fantastic.
2 hours 47. I've got Lou. What have you got to the top?
Yeah, I'll probably have to quite there as well. But it was with those snow-capped peaks there, and amazing. Hot down below, cold up top.
It was hot, but
but cold.
It was hot sun, but it was windy.
Well, you're high up as well,
yeah.
High altitude. And then
the chill out
what do we need at the end? Get onto the beach and stop off at Wanaka, Monteith Radlers, and yeah, just go for a swim. And then after that, what's that? Oh, the thingy project. No. That was they had really good beer. That's a good bar as well. That was a really nice bar. Hang on, let me just Roy's Peak. I didn't put the name of the brewery. Oh, Lou made pancakes as well at the end of that walk, which was really nice. Now we've driven across. We're now at Queenstown. I really fundraising. That was really. I really think I kind of wasn't that into
She's off!
I would recommend monitor and being good location. I'd stay there again. There's the back of evidence. Don't expect the same
Sideline!
No, there wasn't a
Oh dear. Oh, the back end's out. Just a bit of hustle. Oh my God, that corner.
And again, if you didn't want to go up Roy's Peak,
look at the pack down.
There
Carnage.
it wasn't. You could climb.
Red's made the inside move.
Up behind here, but to be honest, we had kind of done. This was a good brewery.
Again, can't remember the name of it. And then this was on the
Searchlight Brewery. That was really good beer. Searchlight. DSS Earnshaw. Yeah, put that through We Your Guide. Your Guide. Let Your Guide. That was brilliant. That's powered one. I'd be tempted to say book the earlier one that included the meal at this place that we stopped here. You could stop here and they did a meal every day there, but we just did the cheaper one, which was just to go there and back.
But you had to wait for the people having to go.
No, we didn't have to wait the whole time.
You had to wait for the people that.
Yeah. We ended up being a bit of a rush about the smash burger. We ended up having to eat our burgers on the boat. So I would recommend probably just spending that little bit more and doing that whole trip together because it was great. This is the big ticket day of wedding anniversary, 7 months wedding anniversary. Yeah, it would have been.
Yes.
So this is Queenstown, and we flew over to Milford Sounds, and then we got a boat in Milford Sounds and went round the Sounds. But honestly, just incredible flight. That
you have to be lucky with the weather, but it's about 40-minute flights.
One thing I'd say is I'd recommend if you are going to Queenstown for more than one night, we were there 2 nights, book this for your first day so that if it gets cancelled, then there's a second bite of the cherry as such for the second day. Whereas, with the third experience, that if it's cancelled, it's done. They'll try and put it, but at least if the first day's cancelled, whether it's the second day, they might postpone you to go on there. And that included transfer from some local pickups and do a bit. It was an expensive day, but
You get a coach to this happen like 5 hours.
yeah, it's 4 hours each way on the coach, 8-hour coach ride, whereas it was a full 40-minute flight. And, yeah, and then it's
about an hour and a half.
Yeah, up 2 hours, something like that. And again, if anyone wants details on the trip there, then let me know. I can send details on what we talked about. But we were almost unlucky because the weather was so good. There wasn't masses of waterfalls.
Yeah.
Whereas if you go when the weather's bad, you get a lot.
Use back in the day to transport the greenstone or to Nanu from the west coast to the east coast.
I'm not amazing at there was a few moments where I was a bit nervous, but honestly. And then this is Nest. And we had 5-course tasting there, and I'd strongly recommend that for anyone. They love pickling stuff though,
Which I'm up for,
which
but you're not.
I'm not a massive fan of the pickling. And yeah, we had 5 fantastic courses.
We had some Black Barn,
and we shared a bottle of our favourite Black Barn Chardonnay, and
they've got a nice terrace area where you can go out.
it just felt like a dream. And then we sat here and had a cocktail after and looked out. It was with someone who painted on the yeah, it was mental.
Then we got a quick pie, and then we headed to the east. East side to Dunedin.
Yeah, Meraki.
So this was the
Meraki boulders or something like that,
which are just a bit weird.
Yeah.
I didn't quite understand them, but
be warned, where the seals and sea lions are, Meraki Lighthouse shuts at 5:30 p.m. So if you want to go down there, be warned. This is the next day, in which we ran down there and had a little look at the seals,
battling sea lions down here,
playing and jumping around, which was really good.
just walk back out on this.
down to London. It's part of the holiday we hadn't quite planned.
The place in Meraki, the restaurant in Meraki, is very nice. These oyster crackers down there, they're pretty black down there. I love them so much. But then this is then going down to Dunedin. We saw our first penguin, which was a little baby one, wasn't it, on that beach? Which we went to Kakiki Point, Shy Point, Doctor's Point, and then into Dunedin Centre. We haven't put any of the Dunedin Centre really in there, but we did have a decent meal. And then we went out to here, which is Sandfly Bay, in which we did see the penguins there, managed to see a parent coming in and feeding the kids. And then we stayed, we were very lucky
into this town, haven't we, Lee?
We stayed on that point down at Dunedin. Could have spent another day down there, actually.
Yeah.
It was really nice down by Sandfly Bay, which is if you look at Dunedin, it's out and away at the coast. You'll be able to see it on a map. This is then the next day going back back into the mountains. Really great yacht. It's American kind of style.
Tasting en route back to the mountains from the coast.
Board, and a great wine flight again. The Pinot Noir was really good there.
What's the name of it?
River Tea Vineyard. And literally that is just a stop along the way. So you'd be rude not to stop there and have a tasting flight.
This is...
I don't know. A bit nervous.
There she is with a bottle of wine.
It's stopped now. So we're just catching up on my book. Bear with me a second.
So that trip,
A little bit windy.
past Tiawonga, that was a very windy trip, wasn't it? I had to do it very slowly.
Yeah.
So then we arrived at this lake, which we were recommended by friends to stay at.
Yep.
And you can see just the Hooker
Valley's kind of in the distance. But that is Mount Cook. Mount Cook, yeah. Mount Cook in the distance there that you can see. And that is Pukaki. Yeah. And then we
Lake Pukaki.
Sat there, made dinner. We had the rest of our river tea wine, and I actually went for a swim because I thought I've got to get in there.
And that was a freebie.
There's only one chance to do it, so this is a freebie. We watched the sun going down. We're all set up. We had Germans next to us there on the left.
Watching the sun go down. But
it was his birthday, actually.
Yeah, but that got quite busy because, for obvious reasons, the location. Everybody wanted to get a spot at the front.
And this is a reason to have a toilet and shower in your camper, because down there it was just a toilet, but we could freshen up, have a shower, toilet, and again up really early to get to the Hooker Valley.
I was just shutting the door.
Which was a fantastic walk.
One of the nicest day hikes.
Yeah, anyone can do it.
Going up through this valley here.
I wouldn't recommend that, but you really want to.
But again, when we got down, we were miles away.
Ready for it?
Away, so I recommend there early. Up and back, not around for, but it doesn't matter. You're facing this way, facing where you're going, and it's just and you've got three big swing bridges.
Yeah.
Which again, I'm not a massive fan of heights. I wanted to get off them fairly quickly, didn't I? Though? But earlier. They were basically every morning someone was going to again, and they kept the avalanche. Yeah, they kind of yeah, but that how cold is that lake? 2 degrees?
Some 2 or 3 degrees. You're obviously not recommended to go in it.
Yeah, and there was pieces of ice actually floating
Here
in.
we are at Hooker Lake. This is a glacial lake which is fed from many glaciers which feed it.
Another recommendation here is when you get there, there's a big area of campsite for everyone to sit down. And just keep going to the right, and it soon gets away with people. And we were on a lovely slab of rock here. We spent half an hour to an hour just sitting there, and we were kind of on our own. But it is a very busy walk, but find your own space there.
I'll show you Lucy's perch. Lucy's little perch. Down here, had bruncheon.
That rock really cold, wasn't it?
Spot.
If someone wasn't out there, it might be in trouble.
Got here at 10:15. Been here about half an hour now. And yeah, the lake really doesn't look very nice on camera, but it's lovely up here. It's just views everywhere, gorgeous. And what would you call that?
Dirty water.
Dirty paint water. Ooh, lovely. There you go. Nice. Nice walkways. Got the view of Mount Cook behind us on the way down. Really nice, easy walk this with some fantastic views. Let's look up that valley.
Just it's beautiful up there. Yeah. Lake Takapo. So stopped off here. Really lovely lake. Stopped, chilled out after the early start. Again, a bit of a view of the mountains over the back. And then this is going towards Christchurch up there. This is in Ashburton. That's my first stout of the trip. So yeah, managed to have one of those. This is now going to Akaroa.
Nice little peninsula.
Really, we both loved Akaroa, didn't we?
Actually looks like a volcano kind of area. Just
But it's
out
got
of
like a French
theme
to it as well, because it was originally taken over by the French. Wasn't it?
So history is that the French actually arrived in New Zealand to claim it, and they landed in Akaroa, but it was too late. Basically, the Brits had already got here and claimed it. But instead of just turning away and heading home, they decided to set up shop there, so to speak. And that's why it's got this element. It's just stunning. So many lovely walks around there. It's the kind of place you can go and spend a week.
Yeah.
On its own and just chill out.
These ones.
Tinny, Gimbar.
Going back to their favourite spot down there. The sun's just breaking through.
The sun goes down behind. So that was actually, we ended up just walking up the front and then walking all the way through Akaroa and then up to the other side, and then again just beached off, stripped down and had a swim. So this is my kind of afternoon here. Or Blue's getting ready.
Got a spate, but
I'm listening to Ocean Alley.
Having
a beer. Right in my diary.
Yes, and please. Cheers.
Truffle fries, I've got a note. Pizza and truffle fries. Aperol. But yeah, look at that. It's just somewhere that you can just let time slip by. And I think at this point we knew we were kind of running out of days, didn't we?
Mm.
So we knew that we were, Day after, we went into Akaroa Museum, which was really interesting. I'd strongly recommend that. And then we drove from Akaroa into Christchurch, and then this was the Earthquake Museum, which again I'd strongly recommend. That was really interesting about about that. And then went to Two Thumbs Brewery, and then I'd actually recommend this Irish bar over Two Thumbs Brewery more. And we sat in here for a couple of hours and had a couple of Guinnesses. And that That was one of the oldest
just leaving
pubs in the whole of
the Juicy
but this is the inside of
for the final time.
The camper. The Juicy
away. All done.
Just saying goodbye to it.
Lights, water pump. Turn the water pump off.
Is the fridge off?
No, I've left the fridge. Is there anything in it?
There's nothing in it.
Turn the fridge off. Goodbye.
We didn't take the extra insurance out and we didn't get charged. So there you go. Flight now from Christchurch up to Auckland. In itself was a good way of seeing the country, wasn't it, actually?
Yeah.
And then this is back with the cousins. Where did we go out to in the end? Waiheke. There you go.
On the road again. Oh no, it doesn't work, does it?
Here we are, we're just coming on to Waiheke Island.
Waiheke.
Waiheke
You
Island.
didn't get an opportunity.
Lovely sea, look at that.
Yeah, it's lovely in blue, isn't it?
I just want to jump in.
Beautiful. Nice done. Yeah. Peanut.
Oh, come on.
Think of the horse. Yeah, Peanut was brilliant. Brilliant little dog. But yeah, again, that was the view from the restaurant. You could be in Greece there or anywhere.
Yeah.
They were doing some stand-up paddleboarding with Peanut.
Kneeling paddleboarding.
Yeah, just really chilled.
Mates
Liz
over in it.
and Lou doing their
It's like they can tell.
Lou.
Why not filming?
No, I think you're
He's got all fish inside him. And my red snapper. Did
Lou
he
with
dive
dinner?
down and get it?
I don't think we've actually got a shot of it, but Lee filleted it, and then they literally take it to the fish and chip shop and get it fried at the fish and chip shop.
That was really good.
And it was so good. And then he also smoked some other fish. I can't remember the name of the fish now. Smoked another fish, and it was brilliant. This is the day of leaving. Lou has got clothes on there, and
having a final
sunblast here. And then it was a half an hour trip back. Oh no, we went into Auckland quickly. Went up the Sky Tower, had some oysters.
Final blast.
You almost like to risk it. 24 hours in the air, we might as well try and get.
I didn't even think of that, to be honest.
I
just like have an oyster.
You had a busy back barn as well, wasn't it? Busy back barn.
I don't remember seeing it.
We are in the lift.
100
down. I can't look down there.
It was high.
And then
That's weird.
this bit here.
But yeah, flying down there. Other than that, I don't think Auckland was worth.
There was probably lots of other things.
Yeah, it's very built up.
We were really
But
there.
Down there. Can't look at that.
personally, for me,
Over
if
here.
you're going to go to cities in New
Come
Zealand,
down. Slowly.
you're probably not going for the right reason.
No.
You're going to New Zealand to go and explore the outdoors,
Yeah.
the mountains,
All
all
that
of
within
those kind of
30 odd
things.
seconds.
If you want to go on
We're down.
city break, European cities are fantastic. There's the 80 that we went on. I think I've got.
That's in Dubai.
That's on the second flight. Lose asleep. There's the Burj Khalifa. Is that right?
Yeah.
Burj Khalifa down there. That's on the first flight. Got them around the wrong way, and I think it's just a picture that Dad took. That's our flight coming in Stansted. So, yeah, that is a whistle-stop tour, guys, of our trip in Auckland and, well, in New Zealand and the trip around. So hope you enjoyed that. I think we certainly did. We've basically had a bottle of the Villa Maria New Zealand Pinot Noir whilst enjoying it, taking it back. Can't believe it's almost a year ago. But if anyone has any questions, queries, then please do feel free to message us or put them in the comments below. Would you like to say anything, Lou?
No, I think you've done it well.
But yeah, thanks, guys. And yeah, strongly recommend the trip. So get out there and enjoy it. Any questions, please do ask.